Welcome to the Bad News, where we ask difficult theological questions. In this episode, the question is God nothing more than a brand? We love brands. We love other people that love the brands we love. For example, we automatically like someone more if they like the same sports team we do, or drive the same brand of car, or have the same brand of phone. And I'm sure you can think of many more examples. From shoes to coffee, we believe that sharing similar interests in brands makes us similar in other aspects of life. And it's all fun and games until you begin to get to know that person beyond a superficial level. It's quite possible that a person likes the same brand of chocolate as you, and yet is a very unkind and rude person. The opposite is also true. They can be your favorite person and not like the same brand of chocolate as you. It's moments like that which reminds us that preference in brands does not define a person. Rather, how that person treats you defines them. Our character and behavior defines who we are more accurately than the brands we choose to like. Unfortunately, in the extremely materialistic society we live in today, our tendency to automatically like those who like the brands we like goes beyond goods and services. We also tend to like people who look like us more than when they don't look like us. We tend to like people more when they speak or sound like us, and we even tend to like people more when they believe the same faith as us. That brand mentality makes aspects of life such as race, skin color, ethnicity, and religion into brands. However, those aspects of life should not be treated in the same way that we treat game consoles or shoes. For example, can you think of a time when, before you even got to know a person beyond a superficial level, you had already decided whether or not to like them based on preconceived notions you have about their skin color or accent? Or maybe you labeled an atheist as a bad person before you even got to know them, even if that atheist acts and behaves more like Christ than you. And even worse than that, imagine that you got to know a person on a deeper level and you came to realize that you really enjoy their company and you genuinely appreciate them as a person based on their character and behavior, but you soon find out that they don't believe the same faith as you, or they don't believe in any faith. What do? You throw away every good attribute you know to be true about them and replace it with terrible and negative attributes just because they don't claim to like the same brand of religion as you. Or even worse than that, when you know a terrible person who is nasty, vile, and rude, and yet you label them as a good person just because they claim to believe in God. Not because their character or behavior proves that they're a good person, not because they actually act like Christ, but simply because they claim to like the same brand of religion. If that describes you, then I think you need to reevaluate your priorities. Christianity has become a club of people who claim to like the same brand of God. Christians reject people not because of their corrupt and evil personalities, but just because they don't like the same brand of religion. However, they do accept and love people that are supremely corrupt and evil just because those people claim to like the same brand of God. And they choose to turn a blind eye to the injustice those people commit towards the marginalized. Would you like to know some bad news? God is not a brand to like or dislike. Jesus, Christianity, those aren't brands. Race, ethnicity, sexual preference, and religion are not brands. You do not have permission to hate, reject, or even dislike someone just because they are not like you in any of those aspects of life. In fact, if you choose to judge someone on anything other than their behavior, then God is nothing more than a brand to you. The true children of Abraham are those who do what is right, not someone who is white, straight, or claims to be a Christian, or claims to like the same God as you. Is a person kind, gentle, caring, and loving? If so, then that person is good. If not, then that person is not good. It's that simple. How you treat others is the only thing that defines you. The fruit of your spirit is the only evidence of your character, not your meaningless claim that you're a Christian, not your irrelevant sexual preference. The bad news is, the modern church is nothing more than a bunch of people who like the same brand of religion. All they do is tell each other how much they like the same brand. They sing songs about how much they like that brand, and the preacher tells them to always like the brand or else the brand will burn them alive forever. Oh yeah, and they're also required to convince other people to like the brand and join their cult. Club. The modern church looks nothing like the original first century church, in which the point of it all was to come together in order to help the least fortunate, to keep each other accountable for their actions, and to encourage each other to love all people, to be a light to all people, not just those who like the same brand of religion as them. So to answer the question, is God nothing more than just a brand? The bad news is, if you judge people for not liking the same God you like, then God is nothing more than a brand to you.